Hello again YouTube, welcome back. This week, time, video, whatever, we're back on the TVR. So, race season fast approaching. April, middle April, Silverstone. Not sure we're going to be able to make that one with a couple of family commitments and things like that yet, so need to wait and see. But we're definitely already put my entry in for Donington in May, so we will definitely be Donington in May. But today's video, got some brake fluid, got some new pads. Going to get this. I started it the other day, just kind of got a head start with it really when I had a bit of an hour spare the other night, and going reasonably well. Brake fluid, the rears, no leaks, fine, brilliant. Fronts, not quite so good. So the nice new pipe you might remember me making, just flip camera, put torch on so you'll be able to see. Those nice fancy little pipes that come out the T-piece just there and go to the bulkhead. Both of them, not just one, but both of them have decided to have a small leak. You can just see the floor. If we just try and zoom in there, if you can just see there, the floor's wet underneath the T-piece because they're leaking out of the fittings, and I've tried to nip them up with the spanner and they're already FT, so it's obviously the flares have failed. So you can just see there as well, it's kind of leaked quite a way actually, because the front of the car's jacked up, but never mind. So I suppose it's quite entertaining for you lot, because I'm kind of scratching my head thinking, why the hell can I not get these front brakes to bleed? And it turns out it's all out with that now, bloody hell, man. It turns out that the reason being is because I've cocked up whilst making pipes. Hey ho, never mind. So what we're going to do now is I've took the fluid back out of the reservoir, so there will be some fluid with what will drain out because of what's kind of already in the pipes and in the master cylinders and stuff. Well, I'm going to have to take both of those pipes out, remake them. The remaking will be the easy bit. Hopefully we'll get some nicer flares on and refit them, which will be a pain in the arse bit, because as you can see, not huge hands but biggish hands, little gap, don't always mix. But hey ho, what can you do? I've kind of got to fit it in situ. I think it's going to be easier rather than trying to do it like kind of taking everything off. It's going to be easier to do that one, but yeah, so one of them things, in it. These things are sent to try us, as they say. But yeah, so I'm just not going to bother video and take them off, because it's kind of it's too nuts in it really. It's just, well, 4 in total. But yeah, get them off and then we shall remake them. But pads, what we use on the, well, all round now, Performance Friction carbon metallic brakes. Huge thanks to Alan at asperformance.com there for supplying us these. So these are a full race set. It's the partner for what we use. They have a full race set for the front. We did just go to fast road on the rear, like a track day spec on the rear, because the rear of this doesn't do that much and I don't want to overbrake the rear going from single pot to 2-pot calipers. And to be fair, if it melts then we can move up a compound. But first turn ready. The good thing what I like about these, because we used to run the Ferraro DS3000s, is hang on, these actually work a little bit from cold. I'm just trying to see if there's any British bit. Plus multi-later, I don't know what it means. It's all in not English languages. But yes, the made in the USA there, but they actually, oh, there we go, just found the British bit for you. So quicker stops, quicker, lasts longer than any other pad, no mushy pedal, and a longer water life. So they are a nice pad, these. What I have found is that they work, out of all the pads I've tried, these work the best from cold. You know, that from lap 1 you go into turn 1 and you've actually got a bit of brake pedal. A lot of the other ones you haven't got much brake pedal until you get them red hot, but these are really good. So anybody wants to give them a go, anybody wants to try them, I highly recommend them. Go to their asperformance.com TVRGriffith.com. Speak to Alan, just mention our channel. David Comtruck, or David, yeah, just David Comtruck, that's how he knows me, has kind of recommended you, and he'll do you a good deal on a set of pads, and he does mail order certainly all over the UK. I believe he can send anywhere in the world, I think, to be fair. But yeah, he's a Subaru specialist, but he does a lot of motorsport parts, local to me, so it's nice to keep your money local as well, innit? And the brake fluid that we're trying this year is this. I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of it before, but huge shout out to Martin Glennie, who I race with. He recommended me onto this and said it's what he's been using for the last year, a couple of years, and doesn't get any brake fade. He said he has occasionally had a bit of longer pedal travel with the YTCC stuff that he races with, but that's 30-minute races in a much hotter climate than the UK and with zero ducting. So I'm hoping, because we've got a bit of ducting in our brakes, that this is going to solve the issue of the unnervingly long brake pedal towards the end of a race. So fingers crossed. But it's already in the rears. I've siphoned it out of the clutch and put in the clutch, but what we'll do is we'll just kind of run it through. I'll just take the blade out of the clutch and pump it through so that we've got all new fluid in the clutch. The fronts I've siphoned back out because of that leaky pipe, but we'll get that done and we'll try and get those new pads. I'm going to do the pipes first, hire the new pads in, and then fingers crossed we can blade the front brakes off. And then this one, bar a quick spanner check and a setup, is race ready for 2024. Who would have thought? We're on the 1st of March today as I'm recording this. A couple of jobs cancelled, so having an unusual Friday off work, and we're going to see what we can get done with this. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to have a slurp of that, not that. I'm going to get those pipes out that's down there, that's a pain in the arse, and then we'll come back to this when I've got the pipes out, and we'll start making some new pipes. Happy days. A quick progress update. What I've found, we've nipped the T-piece in properly for any eagle-eyed viewers. You'd notice that the bolt was just kind of through loosely, but I've nipped that up now so that it's permanently fixed to the bulkhead. But one pipe was actually just a little bit loose, so I've nipped that up, and then pumping I put a little bit of fluid in the reservoir, pumping the brakes until I get a little bit of pressure on the gauges. Let's turn the light off there. This takes a few pumps because there's still obviously a ridiculous amount of air in. There we go. So there's actually some pressure coming through there now. Sorry guys. And then, as we can see, when I look down there, obviously we know that there's been pressure through, and there's absolutely zero leaks. There's no drips at all off that one, so you can just see I've kind of just clamped the pipe off and put it into the hole just to get it sorted. So that's now sorted. So what we're doing now is here's a flare off another pipe. Zoom back out. That I know was working okay, so I know that flare's a good one. So we'll just kind of cut that pipe down, put the end on, and then we're going to flare this end to the female one, and then shape it, and then stick it on there, and then keep everything crossed forward, guys, that it's going to be a good one. Well, fast forward a little while, and done. So fingers crossed. I'm going to give it a damn good spray with brake cleaner now. But that looks, I've pumped the brakes a few times and I can't see any drips coming off of them now. So fingers crossed. That's it done for the T-piece anyway. Now kind of get back to what we were supposed to be doing. Chuck a set of new pads in the front and get the brakes bled as best as we can for today. Happy days. So, but first of all, I think it's well earned cup of coffee time, because well, just yeah, I think it is. But yeah, so it's done, but I've put new brake nipples in the front, but again I've got new nipples, but it looks there, like, looks to me like they're weeping and they are in tight, so I'm going to look at the because there's the old ones, and the only difference is these are a bit shorter, but I don't see how that would make a difference personally. But because as you can see, the heads of these are a little bit they're getting a bit rounded, so I thought I'd put new blade nipples in, because there's the style that I'm putting in, and if we perhaps put them on the floor next to each other, there is very little difference in the length. Just obviously a couple of, what's that, maybe 3 or 4 mil difference. Now I don't see how that can make a difference personally, but what the hell do I know? So I'm going to have a little investigate, because that is definitely looking like it's weeping fluid, and I believe that it's tight. So I'm going to have a quick check, but first of all I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Come back to this in a moment. So got coffee. While it's time to do the pads now, so yeah, we'll just loosen it off there. So the pads, as you can see, they've got quite a lot of meat left on them, but you know, for the start of the year, new calipers and everything, I just figure we might as well put new ones on. Nice and easy these to change, actually. I think there's a video previously when we done them for the start of last year, actually. But we'll keep these pads as spares for the just in cases. Pull you out the shit at the mace making sort of pads, because they're still going enough on. But so I've got plenty of silver grease on. Oh, are you seized? Get our weight off in a sec. Yeah, still plenty on them in there. Give a nice and dirty, yeah. Give a new bag. Ooh. So we're starting to get there now, peeps. I've done passenger side front. I've blade with the pressure vacuum kit, so now we're just going to do this one. Try and lock this on somehow. I'll fast forward the video because the compressor kicks in as soon as we get the go ahead. The compressor will kick in, so I'll try and make it as nice as possible with the noise and stuff, but just so you can kind of see how one of these works. Let's go. So you can see, so if you can see the fluid coming out there. The pedal's getting better with every time we do it, like, so hopefully suck a lump of air out. There's the compressor. That side of the caliper done. Do that side next, and then there's still tiny bits of air coming through, but what I'm going to do this, leave it a couple of days or a week or whatever, come back and do it again. I might actually do it another couple of times, obviously off camera. It'll just be boring to watch the same thing again and again. But yeah, I might do it a couple of times just to ensure that all the air's out of the system prior to race one. I'll do it probably another go with this setup, and then the good old fashioned way, if we can get Uncle Dean to come over and give us a hand or something, and so that we know that it's all bled, all done nicely. And then yeah, hopefully doing all of this, it'll be putting an end to our brake issue that we've been suffering. I'm going to stick it on, I'm going to stop it there, come back when I've done this, and then we'll put the front wheels on, move to the back. Woohoo! So there we have it. So I've bled the back brakes, they're just little 8mm nipples on them. So use the pressure bleeder on both sides, got a chunk of air out again. And if we just have a quick sit in, so pushing the pedal now, instant on the gauge, just need the bias sorting. So I normally run 800 front, 600 rear, which is where it's at, but with the 2 pots I'm thinking I might run 805 to 550 rear. Don't know yet, I need to drive it and see if it locks the rear up a bit, but I light off there so you can see better, but pedal feels really nice actually. So nice. And if we keep it there, if we look at the pressure gauge, absolutely zero drop in pressure, which is nice. My foot's not moving any further, so if I push my foot it actually goes up. So resealing the master cylinders obviously worked. No movement, no nothing like that. So it's one of those where we go tick off the list. And again, if we zoom into there, move me knee out of the way, there's absolutely nothing leaking out of there. I've had my fingers down, it's all nice and dry. That T-piece is nipped up, so yeah, happy days, happy bunny. So yeah, so the plan now is leave this for a week or something like that, and I'll come back and bleed the brakes again, just give it a chance to settle. If there's any air still in the system, it'll kind of feed its way through, and yeah, bleed the brakes again, get that done. I'll use the pressure bleeder again next week, but then ultimately I prefer the old-fashioned way with 2 people, you know, press the brakes and have someone on off and all that. So we'll do that before we go racing as well. But yeah, she's just about there. Thank God for that. This one, if we go, this one still miles away. We're going to have, the next time I've got the bed, I'm going to order the perspex on the side windows. I know I said I was before, but I haven't yet, so I'm going to get them ordered. I've measured them now, and then we're going to do a little bit of CAD, obviously cardboard here to design. So get the Ben to help us with that, and then we'll do a video on cutting the windows out for that. We'll get them fitted, and at least it kind of feels like we're making a little bit of progress on that one. I think I'll probably take the screen out again and get someone to come and stick us a screen in, and then kind of work on the brakes again at some point as well, see if we can get them bled a little bit better. I'll try and put this full setup on it, but I've got kind of a pedal, but I don't know what it's supposed to be like, because with this pedal box obviously you get a really nice pedal, and it's kind of as it's designed to do, where the standard one, yeah, should I have gone bigger master cylinders or what? But I bought it off Malcolm, and I believe it had been on a race car before, but I don't know what this for master cylinder sizes or anything like that on that. Just kind of suck it and see really. But yeah, so I need to, now that this one's done, this is in the place now that I wanted this one to be. So if there's any kind of cheap track days come up or anything like that, I'm now in a position that I can go and do a track day, test the new brakes, make sure everything kind of goes, stops, turns, all that malarkey. I only want to do half a dozen laps, 10 laps or something like that. Drive it 7 or 8 tenths, just go around, make sure everything works, get some temperature through the engine and stuff like that, then we can drain the oil, because I don't like to drain the oil when it's been left over winter. Just because you get bits of surface condensation deposits and things like that on the cam and things, bits of things like that, and it's just pointless kind of putting brand new oil in an engine that's been sat all winter. So we tend to do the first race meeting or the first session, and then I'll drop the oil and it's fresh, sort of moving forward from there. Might be right, might be wrong. It's just kind of what a very clever man once taught me, who used to help me dad, Mr. Cooper. He always kind of advised to do that, and it's something I've always stuck with. So rightly or wrongly, it's the way I do it, and touch wood, it's always looked after me in the past. So yeah, so that's I think that's pretty much it for this one, guys. So it's I forgot how comfy this seat is actually. I'm just going to stick the back wheels on, drop her on the floor, and then stick the bonnet back on, and she's kind of done, this one, for ready for the new season. And like I say, it's basically just a spanner check and a setup, which is what we do before any race meeting anyway. I don't like to do it now. I like to do that in the week or two before I go, just so that I know my own head being done, you haven't forgotten anything and everything like that. And it's the way I do things. So get that done within like a couple of weeks before we go. But ultimately, she's ready. They put the Allen's ES Performance stickers on, which I'll let the band do because she loves playing with stickers. And then yeah, tempting, isn't it, to start it up, but the exhaust fumes will stink the house out, so I'm not going to do that today. But no, thanks very much for watching, guys. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe, please subscribe. It is, I know it's a kind of a slow burner, this channel, but it's nice to see that people are enjoying our little bits of endeavours, shall we say. I know the burn hasn't been in the last few, but she's been doing other bits of projects for school and such, like, you know, so she'll be coming back, don't worry. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, really appreciate it. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, tell us how good or bad or whatever job I'm doing. Obviously, again, MG is for sale. I know it's not finished yet, but it's if someone wants to take it on as a project or wants to buy it now, ready for when it's finished, get in touch, get in them comments. It's going to be a lovely car, just finances, can't afford to keep two. It's as much as I would love to, short of a lottery win, can't afford to keep two race cars. And this one's got too much sentimental value. It's for sale. TVR, I would definitely sell it, but you'd have to have very deep pockets. But yeah, as always, anyway, rambling on, aren't I? Cheers, guys. See you in the next one. Have fun.